Assalamualaikum and hello. In this video, we are going to give the names for cycloalkanes. Cycloalkanes are alkanes which carbon atoms are joined together in rings, and their general formula is CnH2n, and your N number will start from 3, 4, 5 and so on. And when you give the name for your cycloalkane, there will be prefix cyclo to the number of alkanes in the ring. If I got 3 number of carbon atoms, the structure will be just like this one. So the name of it will be cyclopropane. And when cycloalkane acts as substituent, the name will be changed as cyclopropyl. Next one, I got 4 carbon atoms. So the name of cycloalkane is cyclobutane as parent chain, and the structure will be just like this one in skeletal. But if it as substituent, it will be cyclobutyl. Next one, I got cyclopentane with 5 carbon atoms in the ring. So this is the structure for the skeletal, and the name of it will be cyclopentane. But if it's as substituent, the name will be cyclopentyl. Same goes for cyclohexane with 6 number of carbon atoms. The difference right now, there is no double bond because this is cycloalkane. No double bond in the ring. So this is what we call as cyclohexane as a parent chain. But when it acts as a substituent, the name will be cyclohexyl. So when you want to give the name for your cycloalkane, just same as before, you have to determine the parent chain, which is the longest carbon chain that you got in the ring. And after that, you have to identify the substituents. And later on, the substituents are going to be numbered with the lowest possible number as your prefix. For this case 3, I got one structure. If I take a look here, I got 2 types of alkane here. One of it as CH3 and one of it as the ring. So which one is going to be my parent? If you see, I'm going to determine the parent chain with more number of carbon atoms. Here only got 1, but in the ring I got 5 of them. So my parent will be this ring. And with 5 number of carbon atoms, the name will be cyclopentane. And I got one substituent CH3, which is what we call as methyl group. So the name will be methyl cyclopentane. Right now, I'm not giving any number for methyl because it is not necessary. Why? Because methyl is always at carbon number 1 due to no other substituents attached to the same ring. However, if we take a look at case number 4, you got 2 substituents involved. And of course, this ring is going to be your parent. So this is still the same case as before. The parent name will be cyclopentane. However, I have to give the numbering for my methyl groups here because I got 2 of them. So how I want to give the numbering, I'm going to start from whichever methyl group that I want. For example, I'm going to start from the left, 1. So this is number 1. I'm going to go up here because when I go up, this one is much more closer. If I go down, it's quite far. So the numbering will not be the lowest as you can get. So I'm going to go up. This one will be carbon number 2. This one will be carbon number 3. And then 4, 5. So in the ring, you can either go clockwise or anti-clockwise. So in this case, my numbering for methyl group will be at carbon number 1 and number 3. So the full name for this structure is 1,3-dimethyl cyclopentane. pentane. This is the name for the structure in case 4. Next one, we are going to take a look when you want to give the name for substituents. There are a few cases that you have to know. First one, if you got 2 or more substituents. So the substituents are listed in alphabetical order and you have to give the lowest possible number. And the lowest possible number will be obtained by adding numbers of corresponding substituents. Same as before, you are going to add up all the locants. So for example, we go to A, structure A. How you want to give the name for A? The longest carbon chain will be the ring because the ring got 4. Here you got 1 only and here you got 2 only. So the parent chain will be the ring. And this is cyclobutane. So I'm going to give the name here. Next one, I want to put the numbering. How I want to put the numbering? Take a look at your substituents. These substituents, you call it as ethyl. And this substituent, you call it as methyl. So between ethyl and methyl, in alphabetical order, I'm going to start with E first, followed by M. So how I want to put the numbering for this case? So my numbering for the first carbon will be at the position of carbon that has ethyl group because E comes first. So this is going to be my first carbon, followed by methyl, second carbon, and then go anti-clockwise. So this is how you want to give the numbering for this kind of example. So how I want to put the full name for this structure, the full name of it will be 1-ethyl-2-methyl cyclobutane. So this is the name for my structure here. Next one, if I have B, for example, B here, I got the longest carbon chain also in the ring because there are 6 of them and I got 1 substituent here and 1 substituent here and both of them are the same. So my parent is going to be cyclohexane. What's next? My substituents is methyl group here. So methyl group here, I'm going to give the numbering. I can start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, anti-clockwise. Or I can also start from this numbering, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure the numbering for your substituents is the lowest that you can get. So whichever you want, both position of methyl groups are at carbon number 1 and number 3. So I can choose whichever I want. So the name for my structure here will be 1,3-dimethyl cyclohexane. So this is the full name for this structure. Make sure your spelling is correct. Let's go to the last example, structure C, where this case, if you got the number of carbon in alkyl straight chain is more than cycloalkane. So this case, your cycloalkane is not the parent anymore. It's going to be your substituents. Why? Because here I got 3 carbons only, but here I got 5 carbons. So which one is my parent? This will be my parent. And 5 carbons, it means that the parent name is pentane. And the next one, I got my triangle here. This is my substituents. The name of it will be cyclopropyl. And how I want to give the name for this case, make sure you put the numbering from left. Why? Because 2 is the lowest numbering that you can get for cyclopropyl here. If you start from right, you will get 4 here. That is not the lowest one. So So the full name for this structure will be 2-cyclopropyl pentane. So this is going to be the full name for structure C. Now we go for the last one. When you got more than one ring system, so how you want to give the name for this structure? So this case, make sure your ring system is the same one between two or more of them. So make sure the ring is same number of carbon atoms. So how I want to give the name for this compound, I'm going to put cycloalkyl here based on how many of them in the cyclic ring. And then I'm going to put my alkane as my family name. This is depending on the structure given for the carbons in the linear chain. So for example, I take as D. Structure D, you got the ring, same of them, 6 carbon atoms here. So this is my cyclohexyl. But due to 2 of them, I will put dicyclohexyl. And next one, I got one more substituents, which is chloro. And next one, I got 3 carbon atoms in the linear chain, 1, 2, 3. So 3 means that the alkane here is propane. So this is propane. So how I want to give the name for this one, I'm going to start with the full name in alphabetical order. For dicyclohexyl, I'm going to take a look at alphabet C and then followed by Y. But for chloro, I'm going to use alphabet C followed by H. So between Y and H here, H will come first. So my full name will be chloro at second carbon. So start with 2-chloro. And next one, I got 2 ring system at carbon number 1 and number 3. So 1, 3 dash dicyclohexyl, and my parent name is propane. So this is how you want to give the full name for this example D. I hope you are clear with the naming of alkanes so far. I know there are a lot of rules, but please make sure you memorize each of them. But if you cannot memorize them, please make sure you do a lot of exercise. From there, you can familiarize yourself with many examples. That's all for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Bye.